Wow. I've had some pretty good momentum recently on the car. Got it in paint. Very pleased with the results. But I've got to let it harden off before I do any polishing. I've got a few drips I need to get rid of. So I thought I'd do some work now to start to put everything back together, which is really exciting. Thing is that the brake and clutch master cylinder is connected to the body, and you can't fit that on until you've got the body on the chassis and blah blah blah. So I'm at a point now where I could start to work on that. So thing is, it's in a bit of a mess. Got plenty of work to do to clear this up. So I'm just going to check online, see if I can get a kit maybe to refurbish it, see how I can clean it up and make it look like new again. So before I take it off and look inside, I'll get the outside cleaned off. Look at the state of that. My word. Thing was off the road for easily 40 years when I bought it. Everything is seized up. There we go. So I'll just deconstruct the outside, get the bits off, get some brake and parts cleaner on it, give it a little bit of clean up to start with, get some of the loose crap off. I think that's the thing to do. It's cleaned up all right on the outside, but oh, you can't see with the camera there, but I'm not sure if it's too far gone inside, so I'm going to take this off, just the cover off, remove it and expose the gasket. I'm struggling at the moment to get these screws out, and they've been in there for so long and they're very rusty, so ouch ouch ouch. I'm using some heat to try and remove them. Got two out, see if I can get the others out with the lid off. Yes. Ooh. Oh, crikey, man. Goo. Lots of old goo. Glad I took it off because if I filled that up with brake fluid, I just push it all through the system. Right, there's another plate on the front as well. So I'll take that one off and then just see how the pistons, I think, are. That's the main thing. I've already ordered a kit just to you know, refresh all of the seals, but I don't know if that'll be enough. Let's just keep going, see what happens. Well, these look pretty jammed in, don't they? But you never know. Oh, hello, something moved. Oh, yep. Oh, okay. Oh, do you know, it's actually better than I thought it would be. There's no, I think it should be a rubber on the end. But that part is not super, okay, I was just about to throw it away, but now I think, maybe. I think I'll just take the other one out. Hopefully that comes out just as easily. And somehow try and get the gook, soak this, and just get all the gook out before I proceed. Right, got a problem. One of the pistons in the master cylinder came out really nicely. The other one is well and truly jammed in there. I've managed to knock it in a little, but I can't get it out. It just won't, it's not free enough. I've soaked it overnight. Now, desperate measures, So I've connected it to a bit of pipe to my compressor. So let's just connect it up and see if things went perfectly. This would just slowly pop out here, so it's going to probably do one or two things. It's either going to fly out like a rocket or not move at all. My guess in the latter. But we're on, we've got 100 and something psi. Here we go, ready? Nothing. Oh, bloody hell. No. Tight it up there maybe a little. Losing a little pressure at this end. Okay, take two. Wow! Well, that's it. Blimey. There you go. Got it. Yeah. Crusty, horrible thing. Anyway, kit's just turned up in the mail. Brilliant. So I'll start replacing all the rubbers and stuff and get it back together. Great. On reflection, I thought I'd try and get rid of the rust. So I'm using overnight Deox. This is the Built Hamber product. I've sort of worked on this before, used it before, and it has been really good. It was particularly good for the underside of the body, worked out really well. So Deox C, it's kind of a biodegradable, not so aggressive de-ruster, and well, you see that, but that is well and truly bubbling away in that little bath of this concentrate. Leave that overnight. Hopefully it won't kill my wife's plant that's sitting next to it, and I'll have a look at that in the morning, see how that's gone. Well, it's the next morning, and you'll be pleased to know the plant didn't die, so I'm not in trouble. And this looks like it's had a pretty good cooking. So let's have a look. Let's see what we got. God, look at that. I love this stuff, it's amazing. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. So the trick here now is to give it a wash, dry it off, and get it in primer on the outside straight away, so there's no flash rusting that goes on, and then I can move on to the next stage. Brilliant. More new car parts. Here we go. So looks like I've got the rubbers for where the brake pedals attached to the master cylinder has come, so that's great news. I've got the blanking plate for the other side on an MGA because they're left or right hand drive, so the blanking plate goes on the other side. It's pressed out of the body on the other side. That's for the fuel filler pipe, one of those. Oh, I've got a couple of gaskets for the radiator, to fit the radiator onto the body. Oh, brake pedals, rubbers, excellent. Can't remember, I think that's something to do with the filler cap as well. These are the these are the screws for the fuel sender to go on the fuel pipe, fuel tank. Oops! Oh, blimey! That's the the radiator cap. The big thing is a new wiring loom. So look at that. That is, if you've seen the old one, boy, rather than this. This is beautiful. So that's a big job. Oh, the bits I was looking for aren't in here. So I need to order a few more parts. I want the gaskets for the master cylinder, and I think I was going to order some new screws to go in the top. So hey ho, another excuse to buy stuff. Anyway, great news, good parts. So while I'm waiting for paint to dry, I'm gonna take the pedal assemblies up to the shed and sandblast them and give those a coat of paint as well. If the sandblaster's deciding to work today, it won't take too long, let's hope it is. And they'll look pretty when I get those back into the car. So the sandblaster worked like a champ, which is great because often it doesn't. So I did a run of all the parts quickly while it was still working, got all those sandblasted, got them in some paint as well, and now ready to assemble kind of the pedal box. So I've got all of the parts here. I'd say the hardest thing on this project in restoring the MGA has definitely been aligning the panels. No doubt about that. I've done a couple of videos on that because it's just so really difficult. Second thing is remembering how to put it back together, because 4 years on, I'm glad I took loads and loads of photos. That's kind of my saviour. But one thing here that's foxed me for a few days is this little plate. It's a steel plate. Does it go this way with the lip up or that way with the lip down? Looks better with the lip down. But when I've looked online, MGA Guru, I've even gone to my trusty Haynes manual, which I haven't picked up for quite some time. All of those are showing that it goes up, and I'm guessing the theory being that you're compressing the rubber that sits behind. This is the blanking plate, but this is obviously the one that's going to have the pedal assembly poking through it. They're all showing that this is up, so I'm sure there'll be some debate and some comments online, but that's what I'm going to do. That plate's going up. Now all I need to do is just get all these parts together and get them on the car. Oh yes, it is brake. Sorry, it is brake, because here the accelerator pedal is separate, isn't it? So that goes on there like that. Okay. Right. Okay, come on, let's go. And I've got another, it's like a spacer that goes in there next to it. That's that. And then got the clutch pedal. Got it. Okay. Which goes in and up. Keep going. Oh, it's getting tight now. It's not surprisingly. That goes through. Right. Well, the brackets have all fitted in nicely. They're all tightened up. Got the blanking plate in as well. And now I'm focusing back onto the master cylinder itself. And what I've noticed is that the bores have got signs of wear. Kind of not surprising, really. So I thought I would hone them. So I bought myself a tool. There it is. Wasn't expensive. Cost me about £10 I think, and I'm going to clean up the bores with this tool. So I fitted the tool on the drill, and the principle is that these are stones and they're sprung. There's 3 of them, and you compress this down, you pop it into the bore, and then using WD-40 as a lubricant, you pass, as you're spinning slowly, you pass the drill in and out, and it puts like a crosshatch and on the inside of the bore, and just smooths it out. The fact that these are kind of the length of the stones here help to make and get rid of all of the grooves or ruts that may well be in there, and just smooth out the whole thing. I've checked the tolerances in the on MGA Guru of the inside diameter of these bores, and these are like a way well within tolerance. So I'll measure it again before I start, measure it afterwards, and just make sure I've not taken too much out. But this whole process helps to prevent any leakage, any seepage of brake fluid past the gaskets, the seals once they're in. And there you go, that's the result. It's not absolutely 100% brand new perfect, but it's a lot better than it was, and I feel kind of quite confident that that'll be fine to go, sufficient to get a good seal. Now I've just got to get it back together. I've laid everything out now ready for reassembly. This is the seal kit laid all out, so I've got and also we've got brake on this side and clutch on that side. So this is brake, that's clutch, master cylinder, sharing a common reservoir. The only lubricant I can use now is brake fluid. Everything's clean and dry, so I'll lubricate with brake fluid, and I'll use in my trusty Haynes manual to get the order right and put things back together. So we've got the push rod, as is on the brake side, we've got the push rod, we've got the rubber boot, we've got the secondary seal or washer, we've got the dishwasher, we've got then the master cup, and then the valve, I think that's called the valve boot, valve cup, and then the valve washer. The thing to note is they're different, so you need to make sure you get the brake stuff in the brake side, because they function differently once they're in operation. So let's get to it. A little bit of lubrication, and I'll start feeding the components in and reassembling. Getting the secondary cup seal on can be really difficult. There's a little tip. You just get a zip tie, push it through, hook it on the back, tighten it up, and then pull it through, and it goes straight on. Makes life a lot easier. There you go, and then just pull that out, and it's on. Well, that was a little bit fiddly, but very doable. Yeah, so that's done now. All I've got to do now is just fit the gasket and the new gasket and the top plate on, fit it into the car. But that went in fairly easily, a lot easier than originally getting it out when it was old and rusty. So job done. Quite pleased that it's another job out the way, a bit fiddly, but well worth it at the end, I hope. So yeah, I've got to fix up the obviously the brake and the clutch lines to that. I'll do that at a later stage. I've got a bit more work to do before I get to that stage. So that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, please like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed and you'd like to see more of the work that I'm doing on my MGA. Yeah, so there you go. Thanks very much for watching. See you again. Bye.